It's Lita.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Doesn't matter how I feel about it. I gave up thinking a long time ago that I could have you all to myself.
Red, I don't want to do this, but I can't say no.
I know you can't. I don't want you to. Wouldn't be fair.
Nothing is going to happen to me.
How can you say that? I knew she was going to wake up.
Coretta, we're not finished talking, Coretta.
What is there left to say?
Coretta, I've got to do it. I can't just walk away.
And I can't walk away from my baby. I think you should call AD. And dinner will be ready in 15 minutes.
The bus boycott ended 13 months after it began. But a reign of terror followed the Supreme Court mandate. City buses were fired upon, a teenage girl was beaten, a pregnant woman was shot, homes and churches were bombed, and the Ku Klux Klan rose. Even though Montgomery was a victory, it was becoming clear to me that there was to be a season of suffering. We're blessed with our second child, a boy. Martin Luther King III. Oh, I was the proudest father in the viewing area. Oh, excuse me. Look at Daddy. That's my boy. You see, I had something to do with that. At least I think I did. I'm silly. Look at Daddy. Don't look that way. Excuse me. Look this way. Don't cry. Here, look at the cigar. Look at the cigar. Don't cry. Nurse! And could that boy cry? Everybody said, oh, King, with his lungs, he's bound to be a preacher. Like me. At this point, I came to understand my Danny King. You know, I was his son, and this was my son. And like Daddy, I wanted the best for him. Well, all my children. Which means sometimes you get a little overprotective. On a mission of peace, I journeyed to India for a month to study Gandhi's techniques for nonviolence. As a peacemaker, I felt I needed to know more, to be more like Gandhi. Coretta came along with me. Well, it was like a second honeymoon, but really our first. A funeral parlor is not exactly the ideal spot for a honeymoon. So there we were, in the land of Mahatma Gandhi, the land of non-violence. This put me in a real peaceful mood. I found out just how peaceful, when after we got back, Coretta informed me that God had blessed her once again with a child. There must have been some in the air over there. This feeling of peacefulness came to an end when I had to face my congregation with a decision.
I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. Ooh, I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. Take my hand, Lord, Take my hand, Lord. Take my hand while I'm on my pilgrim journey. Oh, I want Jesus to take my come on, clap with me. Don't leave me alone, Lord. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone, Lord. Please don't leave me alone. While I'm on this pilgrim's journey, I beg you, Jesus, don't leave me alone.
For almost 4 years now, I have been trying to do as one man what 5 or 6 people ought to be doing. The strain of being known has made me unable to serve Dexter well, since the demands of the movement have kept me away from Montgomery for extended periods of time. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot stop now. History has thrust upon me a responsibility which I cannot turn away. I have no choice but to free you now. I went back to where I started. I went back to Atlanta. I took the position alongside Daddy as co-pastor of Ebenezer. At this point, my Daddy King came to understand me and my beliefs. You know, also, I wanted my family to have the influence of my mother dear. I'll never forget the way Mother dear, Mama Williams, helped me to understand the death of my grandmother. At the time, I didn't understand.
Junior, what you doing up there? Baby, everybody's in the car. It's time to go. Mama Williams is with the Lord now. She wouldn't want you to see any of her children upset.
I killed Mama.
Now, don't talk like that. Mama died of a heart attack. You had nothing to do with it.
This is the first Sunday that Mama won't be with us at church. I wish I died when I jumped out of that window. Then I could be with her in heaven.
Child, I don't ever want to hear you talk or even think about taking your own life again. Baby, you're just 12 years old. You have everything ahead of you. A chance to make all your dreams come true in life. To make a change.
If I hadn't gone to the parade, Mama would be with me.
Junior, you gonna be in the parade, going to the parade had nothing to do with Mama's death.
Well, who's gonna play my solo for me?
Oh, my baby. Mama will always be with you, just like she'll always be with me. Mama left this world in the Lord's house, and that's a blessing. I just pray when the Lord sends his angel for me, I'll be giving praise.
I love you, Mother dear.
I love you too. I can see why you were Mama's favorite. You know what Mama would want us to do?
What?
She would want us to cook up a big Sunday dinner and have a Bible study party afterwards.
I'll help.
All right. We'll plan it for next Sunday. It means you have to stay up and help me.
I don't care.
I figured you wouldn't.
I can peel potatoes pretty good now.
I don't know. You cut your finger last time. Alberta! Oh, Lord, that's your father. Go wash your face and come on down to the car. You know Daddy is in a hurry. He has a meeting with the church deacons before the service.
Yes, Mother dear.
And baby, don't you use the show towels and use the stairs this time, okay?
Alberta!
King, we coming. Oh, Lord, that man is serious about his religion. Hurry up, Junior, and be sure to grease your face down. Don't come in the car with no white lips, you hear me?
Alberta!
Come on now.
Yes, ma'am. My dear, sweet mother, dear. It was becoming very clear to me that I was not going to reach my dream without a fight. Montgomery had only been the beginning when the next major phase of the protest movement began. But was this movement for my black brothers and sisters only? I recall when I was stabbed in the chest while autographing my first book. And the interesting thing about this was that I was stabbed in the middle of Harlem. While in recovery, the doctor disclosed how close I had come to dying. The tip of the letter opener had touched my aorta, the main artery from the heart. If I had sneezed, I would have died. I received many messages of sympathy, telegrams from Eisenhower, Nixon, cards, and letters from people all over the world, but one letter in particular caught my eye. I'll never forget it. It read simply, "Dear Dr. King, I am a 9th grade student at the White Plains High School. While it should not matter, I'd like to mention that I am a white girl. I read in the paper of your misfortune and your suffering, and I read that if you would have sneezed, you would have died. I'm simply writing you to say that I'm so happy you didn't sneeze." This moved me greatly to know that I had made such a positive impact on white Americans as well. But there was still a vast number who felt quite the opposite. And what was boggling to me is that they usually held high-ranking public positions. This had to be defeated before my dream could come true. But my mother dear had prepared me. So being back in Atlanta was really the only form of security that I could give my family. But as for me, even though the Prince of Peace had consumed my spirit, still I found myself in constant struggle. But I was gaining points. Against the opposition, I prayed. I prayed for a victory. I prayed for peace. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my time of struggle. We had barely settled in Atlanta when newspapers reported startling developments in Greensboro, North Carolina. On February 2nd, 1960, 4 students from North Carolina A&T College marched into Woolworth's, sat down at his lunch counter, and refused to leave unless they were served. The sit-ins were underway. At long last, Negro students were becoming involved in the struggle. This made me proud. In point of fact, they were attempting to do what SELC had on its agenda for 1960, to desegregate eating facilities in southern cities. Like my parents, I tried to shield the children from racial prejudice of what it meant. But still, I still didn't understand. Not long after this, I received word that a Montgomery grand jury has indicted me on the charge of falsifying my state tax returns. This upset me greatly because the people would think I was guilty. I've done everything in my power to be within the confines of the law. I still can't understand how they could have made such a claim. What I wanted to do was to find the person who made this false accusation and beat the living. No. As it turned out, there was no need for this type of reaction because, to my surprise, a verdict of not guilty was given in my tax fraud case. Now always I'm worried that the movement robbed me of time with my children. Yoki, who was 6, and little Marty, who was 4. A new baby, Dexter Scott, stayed mostly in Coretta's care. You know, I had a problem holding newborn babies. The baby's head always ended up under my armpit. I played with my children intensely, trying to cram days and sometimes weeks into just a few hours. I told them jokes, I teased and tickled. I loved them. And like my parents, I tried to shield the children from racial prejudice of what it meant to be colored in Dixie. How is she?
She's fine.
I don't think we should have a television in this house.
Mom, that's not the answer, and you know it.
I still can see her tears.
All she really needs is you.
Greta, isn't it funny that I can sit down and talk to people I don't even know, and yet I can't even talk to my own daughter? I mean, how can you tell your child that because of the color of her skin, she can't go where she wants to go?
I know. But we've got to tell her, Martin, Funtown is not the only park in Atlanta.
Greta, Yolanda is going to Funtown.
Martin, Funtown is closed to colored children.
My children are not going to be deprived of anything.
Martin, I'm tired of hiding the truth. We should have both sat down and told Yolanda about segregation a long time ago, before now. But you were never here. It seems like you never.
We've been through this.
The children are not the only ones that are being deprived.
Don't do this to me, Coretta.
No, Martin. Don't do this to me.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about our marriage.
What about our marriage?
You don't don't know, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, the children need a father, and for God's sakes, I need a husband.
Coretta, I am doing all I can to spend more time with you and the children.
It's not enough.
But what else can I do?
I think you know the answer to that already.
Coretta,
Nope. Not now. Yolanda's more important right now.
Coretta, I'm trying, Coretta.
Don't worry about Yolanda not being able to go to Funtown. She doesn't need that. What she needs is family, and she needs you.
Coretta, now.
Please. Have you seen Yolanda's coloring book?
Yeah, it's outside near the swing. Coretta,
We'll talk later.
You know, I recall Coretta telling me that once when I was in Albany jail in Georgia, Yolanda had been crying for me and wanted me to come home. When Coretta explained that Daddy was in jail so that people might go where they liked, Yogi said, good, tell him to stay in jail until I can go to Funtown. Coretta was 9 months pregnant with our fourth child. The new baby was christened Bernice Albertine, Bunny for short, after Mama. Bunny was the last of the 4 out of 8 compromise that Coretta and I had made when we were newlyweds. You know, one adversary whom I had great respect for was Malcolm X. Now, I met Malcolm once in Washington, and I felt him to be very articulate, with a great concern for the problems we faced as a race. But as I said in Playboy, I wish that he would talk less about violence, because violence is not going to solve our problems. It was felt by many that I was pushing too far, too fast. This was also the argument reverberated through Congress that summer of '63, which made President Kennedy's Civil Rights Bill increasingly doubtful. So details for a long projected march on Washington were completed. It was agreed to hold the mass demonstration itself at the Lincoln on August 28th, with myself and many other dignitaries, each to give an 8-minute speech. Now for me, this will be rather difficult, since I am known to be just a little long-winded. It was agreed to hold the mass demonstration itself at the Lincoln Memorial, a fitting historic destination. Now, the ceremonies began at 1:30 with the Star-Spangled Banner and was followed by performers and speeches. And I might add that each speech was 8 minutes or less. I know because I timed them. I noticed the crowd getting restless. Then, Mahalia Jackson rose to sing.
I've been duped and I've been scorned. Yes, I've been duped and I've been scorned. Children, I've been whipped and I've been scorned. I've been talked about. So you oh.
Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. I have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation would rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the hiking Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when we let this happen, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we're free at last. If only it were true. That evening, I entertained a few of my friends in my suite at the Willard. Coretta was not with me. Now, I've always been a very passionate man. What I did not know was that a hidden microphone was recording the party. And what happened afterwards. This tape of my personal affairs found its way into the hands of J. Edgar Hoover of the FBI. Now, I loved my wife. We shared many tender moments together, but my long absences took their toll on me. And I surrendered myself to my passionate nature. I needed desperately not just to be free as a man, but to be loved as a man. My life was one of always giving out and never stopping to take. But at night, away from the crowds, I found a way to take in. I am conscious of two Martin Luther Kings. The Martin Luther King that people talk about, it seems to be somebody foreign to me. Each of us have two selves. And the great burden of life is to always keep that higher self in command. Don't let the lower self go. Every now and then you'll be able. Because of the pressures of my work, I checked into St. Joseph's Infirmary in Atlanta. I was suffering from stomach pains and I was just simply exhausted and needed to get away. I remember taking a sleeping pill and enjoying the best night's sleep I've had in weeks. The next morning, Loretta phoned me, and she had gotten word that the Associated Press had just announced that I had won the Nobel Peace Prize. I was ecstatic. Nothing could mean more to me than to be recognized as a world leader of peace. I believe this was in 1964. Yes, it was. At the time, I was only 35, which made me the youngest recipient in Nobel history. Obviously, I made a fast recovery. So we all set out for the Nobel Prize ceremonies. I had an entourage of 26 people, including Daddy, Coretta, Daddy Ralph, my brother AP, and Mother Dear. Now, the day of the ceremony was one of complete excitement. I'll never forget it. It seemed that I couldn't get Coretta out of that bathroom for nothing. Coretta!
Martin, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I just went down to Daddy and Mother Dear's room. Did Ralph call?
No, he didn't. But your sister Christine called.
Oh, what did she want?
Just wanted to see if you were holding up all right.
Well, if she calls again, tell her I'm doing fine. Yeah, Coretta, will you come out of that bathroom? We just have an hour before the ceremony.
Right? Really, honey, I won't be long. Oh, no. Now, where is it?
Look back!
Now, Martin. Now, you know.
What is that on your face?
Now, you've seen me with this makeup before.